get the brand new limited edition PALS holiday package available at thepalsmerch.com. Hey, what is going on, you guys? The name is SubZeroExtabyte and I want to thank you all for clicking on the video. I mean, you could have been doing anything that you would want right now, and you decided to spend your time today with me, which I think deserves some respect. But yeah, this is another video in Minecraft. You guys know that I have been loving the Minecraft stuff lately, even though there have been some things happening that I might not have wanted to happen. But yeah, that is something that I will touch up on a lot when I am playing Minecraft. But this video is going to be a little bit different than usual, since this is going to be one big story time. So the clips that you are going to be watching are pretty old. The footage is kind of old, and I do not have any voice recordings for them, since they are just gone or something. I am not sure what happened to those. But yeah, this is something that happened a long time ago, and I just kind of want to touch up on this footage. And the reason why I decided to upload this footage after such a long time, well, let me just say that this is a story that has got to be told. It is like Rogue One, a Star Wars story. I mean, you could be able to live without that movie, but the story just fits in so well with the rest of the saga, that you will just have got to see this movie. And you can kind of say the same thing when it comes to this video right here. So I hope that you are going to enjoy this video, even though it is a little bit different. And I just hope that you like this style of video, since it might be a little bit weird since we are trying something new here. So the story goes as followed. Once upon a time, and I may say that that time was a very long time ago, if that makes sense. But alright, never mind, I will start over. For dramatic effect, it is the first time that I am doing something like this, so please bear with me. Once upon a time, a very long time ago, there was one brave survivor who found the legend of the PACMAN. It was a very strange time, as I may say so. It was a time full of turmoil and there was a lot of confusion about a lot of things, which is pretty normal when you have been watching my videos lately. I mean, this is just horrible, but I will just roll with it, I guess, just like I always do, because this seems to be my life right now. I am just floating with it and falling off of things because I am not as good in hobbies as I would have thought, I guess. But we will survive and I will get out of here, and I will find a way that will make sure that things like this do not happen ever again. I mean, look at this world, man. This is the most psychedelic world that I have ever seen. And we are all the way high up in the skies hanging on to cloud 9. I mean, I am down with that, but does this mean that I am dead? Is this what heaven actually looks like? Well, it is more like something which hell would look like, if you ask me, because of those darn bridges that are up ahead. I mean, I always guess the wrong one. I guess that I am just that bad at these things. But we have got to go on right now. We will just plow through them like they are not even there. But alright, we are doing just fine. By the way, plowing through them like they are not even there would be a bad thing, because then I would just fall straight down or something. Now we of course have got a lot of struggles, but I am going to try them all, and we are starting with this big PACMAN, and let's see how this thing performs. And boom goes the dynamite, and what in the world are those other things? Jesus H. Christ, what was that? Let's check it out, shall we? Oh good freaking lord, what in the world was that? Well, I could not let him go, of course. I have captured him and I will take him again. So well, let's just say that we will be following the rules of the NATO, which means that we will not be using any type of chemical warfare against our enemies. I guess you could call that the arts of war. Not that anyone actually thinks about that when they are trying to destroy one another. But hey, I am not here to fight any political wars. Now we shall be moving right on before we get destroyed by the explosions. But we will be testing the effects of a nuke on a Herobrine, or at least the equivalent of one, just for educational purposes, of course. We are not trying to inflict any harm with these PACMAN tests. Okay, well, let's see what will happen to this poor village, which I will be using as my lab rat in this video. And well, what seems to have happened here? Nothing really, except for the fact that I am keeping this guy in this cage right here so that he cannot escape again. That was really freaking weird, I can tell you that much. But we will be conducting tests to check what even happened with that nuke. Oh wait a freaking second, that was really weird. I guess that I should actually be keeping him inside of a cage so I get demo on him, right? This is crazy. What in the world was in that freaking bomb? Well, I guess that we will not be using this on any of the noobs that will try to come into my world. This is just plain horrible. I will really have to watch out with everything that I am testing here. I guess that it is good that I came to this remote place for this, to make sure that no harm would be done to innocent people. I mean, come on, we can all agree that this village is not innocent people. Have you seen what he does? I mean, if you ask me, he had this coming for him. But hey, you know, that is just me. Let me know what you guys think about these PACMAN mods that I have got right here, and if you think that this is fair for the village. But next up is the giant PACMAN. Now I guess we will find out why I named this the giant PACMAN, right? This might be a blast as big as the one that destroyed the dinosaurs and made them go extinct. Now let's see. I think that we are all ready for this. Hold down your arms and legs please, and boom goes the freaking PACMAN. Now what will happen to us with this thing? Will it just bring destruction here? Oh nope, that is a total and absolute nope. What the actual heck happened to this? These bombs are getting bigger and bigger. This is just crazy. Who would even come to think of making something like this? That must have been one crazy freaking person. Probably some mad scientists. But you know, if you were as smart as a scientist, then you know, I guess everyone would be going mad. That is actually something that has been proven. The fact that smarter people usually have a higher chance of getting things like a depression. That kind of gives a perspective to things. Sometimes knowing all is not the best thing for a human, especially when you do not know how to process some things that are like really big and revealing. It is something that makes you think, does it not? But well, we are not here to think now, are we? We are here because we want to see things getting wrecked, and you know, you are not wrong for coming here for just that, because that is basically the only reason why I am here. But then again, you can guess that we are also just here to fool around and not talk about serious topics for a while. So please excuse me if I go too far on some subject, but sometimes it is rather hard for me not to talk about things that I know a lot about. So like I said, please just excuse me for that. Now this thing did not really care about my computer apparently, because I am lagging so hard right now. It is actually pretty insane to me right now, man. I am looking for something that will take out the city without dealing too much damage to the surrounding neighborhood, but this did not even leave my PC safe. So I will just have to keep testing and see whatever I can come up with to make something like this. And then of course I will have to go out of my way to make some type of device that will trigger the giant PACMAN. Once said noobs will enter my world through a portal, or I should just make something that will destroy the portal immediately once it has been formed. That might just be the perfect crime. I mean, it is not like it is actually a crime, since I am just trying to defend my home against strangers who are trying to break and enter into my lovely and perfect Minecraft world. Now watch out and cover your ears for this next one, because this one will rock your freaking socks off. But first, the freaking aftermath here is just insane to me, man. I mean, what in the world is this even right now? This is just complete damnation, and oh my god, that actually was not that bad. But look at this. This is something straight out of a science fiction movie. This just completely ruined the entire ground underneath it. This might be coming in handy once I am willing to just dig a hole for these fools to fall in. Wait a second, that might be the perfect crime. I would just build the portals in the middle of the sky. That way they would just fall out of the sky and fall to their deaths without bothering me. That might be amazing. And you know who will tell me that I was the one who orchestrated something like that? This might just be my way out of all of this. Now let's make sure that we have some sort of second opinion when it comes to the PACMAN. Alright, let's see. Okay, this might actually be coming in handy if you are with your back against a wall, but you know, I mean, come on, I want something that will just blow them out of their way without giving me too much of a headache with the cleaning or anything like that. I just want to make sure that I can protect my land from random intruders. Now we take this little global disaster for a spin, but something is telling me that this is a little bit too much for what I want to achieve. And what is happening right now? I actually think that these PACMAN are a little too big for my comfort. And oh dear god, would you just look at that right there? This is a global disaster. That is something that is clearly obvious. But you know, I think that I know where that lagging is coming from actually. I actually think that some of these beasts are way too big for anything, that they actually rip a hole in space-time and it actually puts time to a dead stop and just continues after the fact. It is just that he wanted to do something that would be beneficial for him, and he thought that he needed to do whatever it took to get that done. And I think that that is pretty heroic if you think about it. I mean, he just ended up risking his life and losing his life just because he believed in something. And to be honest, the thing that he believed in and what he was trying to do was just stupid to begin with. but he did not care about any of that because he just wanted to prove something to everyone else, that he actually could be the one that kept his Minecraft realm safe for everyone to enjoy. And of course later everybody started to take advantage of that. I mean everyone and their mom are going into his Minecraft realm to just fool around, and I cannot really say that I blame them. I mean he has done a pretty stupid thing there. He should have just left that Pac-Man out there swerving through the wilderness so that every noob that he came across was able to get defeated by the same mouth that ended up defeating him in the first place. But that is just my honest opinion about this matter today. Actually all of this kind of reminds me of that one time where I decided to play that new game with the angry wall or some stuff like that. It was kind of weird to see. And he got killed a lot of time because of that thing. But somehow he still managed to just pull through and make it out. Now of course we know that Sub-Zero will make it out of the story as well, since we all know that this footage is pretty old, and Sub-Zero is still around. But it is the way, it is the process that counts right here. I mean there is more to all of this than just some simple slang and stuff, because nothing right here has anything to do with physical strength. No people, all of this has to do with mental strength. And apparently Sub-Zero is the mental equivalent of Arnold freaking Schwarzenegger. I mean he never stopped, he just went on and on. And you may not know this right now, but at some point the physical hurting does not hurt as much as the mental hurting. So that is just something to think about right now, because this is pretty much all that he had at this point, and he decided to just shine on and make sure that everything that he had fought for was something that he was still going to be able to fight for in the next couple of years. I mean he could have just given up and dropped dead right then and there, but he did not do that. He ended up persevering, he ended up fighting on, and he ended up making a lot more of these videos for you guys. So you will have to see this as something more than just a video about him defeating the Pac-Man, or not defeating the Pac-Man. I do not want to spoil this moment right here, but there is just more to that than just what he was doing. He was not doing all of this just to save himself, or just to save that particular Minecraft realm. If he had not shown the mental fortitude to finish that Pac-Man, and stand up after every knockdown, then maybe right now there would not be any SubZeroExtabyte. And I am sure that you guys would not be watching this right now, because he would have given up on his dreams, and I would not be here to tell his story. So just think about that for a second. There is more to this than an everyday struggle in life. I mean come on, if he were to really bamboozle me, then what better way would it be to just confuse the living poop out of me? There is just something really fishy about all of this, and I am not sure just what that might be, but I do know for sure that there is something really crazy going on here. So I will start to get to the bottom of this so that I can make sure that there is more going on here than what I am just seeing here. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, because my mind is really like distracted with everything that is going on right now to find out what is happening here. I mean, would you just look at this? Try and imagine that you were to be in my shoes right now. And no, I do not mean literally standing in my shoes, I just mean that I would love to see how anyone else would react to all of this right now, because like everything that is happening right now is just so weird that I have no idea what to say about it. But you know, maybe this is not all Pac-Man his fault and I am just getting double bamboozled, who knows? I mean, it is not like I have any clue about what is going on here, but like I said, that is something that I will have to go find out by myself. So instead of just trying to do that, I will continue on. Maybe I could just throw a dice and try to get snake eyes every single time. Maybe these are some crooked dice and I would just be able to start screwing with Pac-Man, because I feel like that is exactly what he is doing right now. But that might just be me. I mean come on, there has to be something fishy going on here. I have never seen something that is like this random, and I mean I have seen some really screwed up things in my time. But that is not what I want to talk about right now. Just what that might be, but I do know for sure that there is something really crazy going on here. So I am not sure, but I hope that we are getting near the end of the obby right now, because my feet are starting to hurt from all of the walking and jumping. I mean, I just found out that for some reason I might just be made for all of this parkour stuff. I mean, I wish that I could be going on a little more, but I feel like Pac-Man might just be winning this right now. I mean, it is not something that I like to say, but you know, it is the truth. But you can say what you will, but these freaking Pac-Man games are giving me the energy that I need to go on right now. I would have never thought that there was anything like this that could actually make me do what I did not want to do. But it seems like donuts are my key or something. You know, I guess that we all need something like that to go on. I mean, come on, it is like people are not even trying to help me with this, but that PACMAN did not know that I got so rattled up from some games that I tried to play. Well, joke's on him, I guess. So let's just get it all done with and over with so that we can go celebrate our win and make it back home in time. And you know what? On the way home I am going to get some of those donuts from somewhere. I am not sure where you would be able to get those, but I mean they are delicious, so I hope that I can find them somewhere. But it looks like we are almost done, so I want to thank you all for watching the video, and please drop a like and a comment below if you liked it, and subscribe if you have not done that yet.